Alright, so this is a LS650 Savage. I believe it's an 87, and I've just somewhat disassembled the carburetor for cleaning and the sonic tank work. I usually will just pull the drain bolt out to drain out the gas. That's this piece here, and it does have a rubber plastic washer there. We are getting a new kit, so we're going to get the gasket that you can see there. I'm going to take that off, and the replacement parts. And we have probably coming in the new fuel pin, the new rubber gasket for the drain, a complete seat, which, let me show you. I don't know if you can see that piece of lint, but that was in there. And when I pulled it, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bunch of junk in there. You see that? See that? All that junk? Alright, so that got into the fuel system. You saw how it built up there? So that looks like the inside of the fuel line falling apart. And in order to get the fuel seat out, I had to take that screw off, which is held by that bracket, and just to show you, that didn't come out, so I had to whack it. And I wouldn't suggest doing this unless you really know how to do it. Small chisel, white taps. The other stuff is somebody stripped it and capped it. So for the fuel pin, you'll see the cone side is actually rubber, and you'll see the clip and the plunger. That little plunger there is supposed to go down, and you're not supposed to have deformation on that little cone there. I don't know if you can see that. Probably can't. Yeah. I don't know, it looks deformed, so we're going to replace it anyway. Let me see if I can paint it this way. I don't know if you can see. You'll get a ring or deformities. Sometimes I'll take a picture, blow it up, but you just replace it. It's cheap enough. This side, I'm holding the camera, but you'll notice that little plunger does go down. If it doesn't and it's stuck, just lose the whole unit. Took off the throttle housing mount in order to take off the choke, so the choke won't clear unless you take that off. And there's the choke, and the only thing we can do with this is possibly clean it up. Again, I'm going to do some wire spinning on the metal components and put all of it in a sonic tank just to get the air jet areas kind of cleaned up, and then put the kit in. This is the float, original metal float. Just drop it in a cup of gas, and if it floats, it's okay. So usually those solder points will fail, and you can't repair them. You just solder them if you can't find the float. There's a diaphragm unit. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a lot of scraping there. So this should be replaced, but we'll see what we can do to clean that up. The needle, the diaphragm, you just check for holes, right? This area all the way around. So we got all that we're gonna clean up. This is again the tool K&L. You can look it up online. They're like $6, and it's that copper one. The other needles don't have this one, and that's the one that if you want to get into that hole right there, those other ones will not have it. And that hole is very important. If it's clogged, then you're gonna have a problem. The air jets is, you got one, if you can see that right there, and then you got an air jet in there. You can see it's like just like a jet with a slot. Then you have one right up there. You don't have to take them out. You just have to get the carb spray and shoot it through and make sure it's clear, and then hit it with an air gun. All right, so next video is I'm gonna do some spinning on this component and leave it apart until the carb kit comes in.